Hello, my name is Sergio del Amo. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Micronaut OpenSearch. Micronaut OpenSearch is a new module introduced in Micronaut 4.4, which, as you can imagine, integrates with OpenSearch. Micronaut OpenSearch allows you to connect three different ways. First, you can connect to Amazon OpenSearch service using the Micronaut OpenSearch Amazon dependency. You can connect also using the Apache HTTP Client 5 transport, and in order to do that, you need the dependency Micronaut OpenSearch HTTP Client 5, or you can connect using REST client based transport, and for that you can use the Micronaut OpenSearch REST client. Micronaut OpenSearch has also integration with the health endpoint, and to show you this in action, I'm going to show you a sample application. I have here a sample application. First of all, I'm going to show you the configuration. I am applying here the Micronaut test resources Gradle plugin, which will integrates with OpenSearch and will allow me to run OpenSearch seamlessly. I have here these test resources under Micronaut test resources configuration snippet. The important bit here is that you add the additional module OpenSearch, and I have here several dependencies in my application. I am specifying as development and test implementation Gradle scopes the Micronaut OpenSearch HTTP Client 5. When I go to production, I want to connect to an Amazon OpenSearch service, but when I am developing locally, I will delegate to test resources to run an OpenSearch container in Docker here in my computer, and I'm going to connect to it using the Apache HTTP Client 5 transport. And in order to do that, I'm going to add this Micronaut OpenSearch HTTP Client 5 dependency. In my test, it's gonna look really seamless, and in my local development as well. I'm gonna show you in a second. First, let me introduce you the app. So really simple application. I have here immutable configuration. That's an interface annotated with configuration properties. I am using this to specify an index name for my OpenSearch index. In my application.property files, I have here this app movies index name, which is essentially the index name that I'm going to use. Please note that I am disabling here Micronaut OpenSearch AWS, and I am doing that because I only want that enabled when I go to production. And when I go to production, I'm going to specify the environment variable Micronaut environment equals EC2, and thus this configuration file is going to be loaded where I am enabling Micronaut OpenSearch AWS and I am disabling the Micronaut OpenSearch HTTP Client 5. And I am configuring here my Amazon OpenSearch Service endpoint and sign-in region. As you see, for running locally, I have nothing here, and my developer experience is that when I run the app, an OpenSearch container is going to be started for me so that I can work seamlessly. I have a record called movie, and my application is going to allow me to save movies in a OpenSearch index, and it's going to allow me to query essentially for movies. This is my controller. I have a controller annotated with add controller. I have two endpoints. One is a post request, another one is a get request. The post, as you can imagine, saves into the index a movie, and the searches for it. If no movie is found, then a null is returned in a Micronaut controller, which returns a null, is going to return a 404 response. So the rest of the code is a standard OpenSearch core. This is no Micronaut API specific. What Micronaut OpenSearch is going to allow you to do is that you can inject a bin of type OpenSearch client. So here in this controller, I'm using a constructor injection, and I am getting a bin of type OpenSearch client seamlessly so that I can start working with it as I want. So I'm going to run the app, and test resources is going to do its magic and starts the necessary containers for me. The app is already running, and now I'm gonna open here a terminal, and I'm gonna send a request to I didn't want to send the search request. Let me save first the object. So I'm gonna save the movie first. So I did a post request against localhost 8080 movies with a JSON payload, and because this object was annotated with a searchable, micro-organization is gonna be able to take the JSON and deserialize into a Java object, and then I'm gonna take this Java object and save it into the OpenSearch index, and now I can query it. And as you see, this is responding a JSON object with a 200 response. So as you saw, pretty seamless. How can you test this? I have the exactly same test for what I was just showing you. So I have here a test which does the same that I showed you in the terminal. So it does a post request saving this movie with and then it's waiting 1 second for the movie to be saved correctly, and then it's doing a search request to search for it. And as you saw, I am not starting a container here, nothing specifically. I can just run the test. I just stopped the application that was running, and I can just run the test, and test containers will start a container if it was not already running for me. And as you saw, the test passed no problem. So as you saw, Micronaut OpenSearch allows you to seamlessly work with OpenSearch. It's really easy to inject a bin of type OpenSearch client into your application. We provided you several ways to configure the integration. So check the OpenSearch documentation about how to create a bin created listeners to tweak it to your needs. And as I always say, we are looking forward to hear what you do with Micronaut OpenSearch. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and thanks a lot to the Micronaut Foundation sponsors who make this advocacy and development of the framework possible. And see you in the next one. Thank you.